Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Naso from Chamishi to Shishi. In this week's Parsha, we discuss between Chamishi and Shishi the Korbonos of the Nesiim, the 12 Korbonos that make up a big portion of this long Parsha. I'd like to discuss today several questions and analysis. Firstly, who were these Nesiim? Why is Shevet Levi not included? And why is it that that Nachshon ben Aminadav is not listed as a Nasi, and Nesanal ben Suar, it says his name and then the tribe, and by all the rest it says the name of the tribe, like Livnei, Ruvain, etc. It's then the name of the person, etc., etc. Maybe some other notes there of some distinctions going on. So, who are these people? So it says, Vayikrivu Nesiei Yisrael Rosh B'nei Avosam. So the Sifri says Rosh B'nei Avosam, and Rashi mentions the same topic. These were not Stam people. They were not Hejotim. They were people, they became Nesiim by virtue of what happened in Egypt. And what happened in Egypt is these people were the four men, over the Bnei Yisrael who were doing their service, and instead of the Bnei Yisrael being beaten for not completing their quotas, these leaders and future leaders were beaten in their stead. This is as opposed to, unfortunately, in World War II, there were capos that in the concentration camps, that they were the ones who beat the fellow Jews. They usually did not accept the burden to cover for their fellow Jews, even though there are cases where that did happen. And so, therefore, by merit of their dedication to the Bnei Yisrael, they were eventually the Nesiim that brought these Korbanos. And I think that perhaps one of the reasons why I didn't see it anywhere, but I can't imagine that I'm not the only one who thought this way. Why is Levi not giving a Korbon? Because there was no foreperson in Egypt that was a taskmaster with the Bnei Yisrael, because the Bnei Levi, as we discussed last week, they didn't do the service in Egypt, and therefore they had no one who merited this position of being a Nasi in this situation. As we go, we discussed that the first Korbon was from Nachshon, and it doesn't call him a Nasi. He was from Shevet Yehuda, so why was he not called a Nasi? So, there's different type of people who are leaders. They're the people who are leaders. They're known just by their name. They don't need a title. Then there's Rabbanim, leaders who you'll announce their name and that they're the rabbi of this and this place. And then there's other people that are lower level, that their main thing is not their name, but they're the rabbi of this and this city. That's their claim to fame. So here we have first we have Nachshon. So he was so great in his own merit that he didn't need a name. It would actually be a diminishment for him to be called a Nasi, especially since he was merited to have future kings come out of him, not just being Nesiim. He was also selected as the first person to go, and one of the reasons for this was because he was the uncle of two people who died on the day that these people brought the Korbanos, that Nadav and Avihu, who were the children of his sister, I think it was Elisheva, I'm not sure, but so the other tribes were afraid to bring a Korbon after this tragedy, but he was able to, because of his relationship, as well as because he was the one who jumped into the sea and was willing to sacrifice on the behalf of the Bnei Yisrael to split the Yam, so clearly his kavanos would be proper, and he was able to take the lead. The second type of person is the second type of leader who, they have a name but also their title. So that was Nesanal ben Suar. So he was on that second level, but the rest of the tribes, because the rest of the tribes, they were Nesiim, but they weren't necessarily the best. There were other people who could have been Nesiim or on the same great level, but the sole merit for these people was that they were the tribes themselves. They were of the tribes, representing the tribes. Therefore, it says Lebnei Ruvain this, Lebnei Shimon that, with their name of the tribe first. One of the special things why these tribes were, the Korbonos were enumerated, was to show the achdus of Bnei Yisrael. And one way that was shown, besides the fact that they all brought the same exact Korbon, and it was actually Nesanal ben Suar, the second one's idea to his chance was he could have done something greater than the first person, but he chose to match it, and all the other, without exceeding it, and all the others followed in his path. But they gave to the Levium to carry their Korbonos. They had 6 wagons, and they had 12 bakar, 12 oxen that led. It was 2 oxen per agala, per wagon, and that was to show that these people weren't so arrogant. They were, they had achdus. They didn't say, "Oh, I need my own ox and my own wagon," but they were all willing to share, and therefore each wagon corresponded to 2 different tribes who shared. And Hashem loves the achdus, and therefore, even though we're usually pretty careful in minimizing the psukim that we use, Hashem repeated all these over and over again. There's some other quite interesting points, but this is the short Vort. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.